Buongiorno, boys, it's Ozlo, and welcome to another episode of Games Journalism. Bottom text. Let's play a little catch up, boys, because fuck did I miss a lot. Starting with both next-gen consoles launching. So, big ups to the PS5 and the next-generation sex boxes for coming out of the closet. Quick rundown of both consoles, starting with Sony.
Hey, we got the fucking, got it brand new, baby, right here. You know what I'm saying? What?
You got two versions, ongoing theme of this generation. The PS Normie for $500 reduce, and a digital-only version for $400. Some of the launch title highlights are Blue Point's Demon's Souls remake, Sackboy's Big Adventure aka Not Little Big Planet 4, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Also, it's really cool that people are recreating scenes from Spider-Verse in the game.
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
Made them myself. They fit perfectly.
Can't stop me now. 200 miles, I'm knocking at your door. And I don't really care if you ain't got a rock. What's up, danger? Don't be a stranger. I'm right here at your door. I won't leave. I won't go. What's up, danger? What's up, danger? 'Cause I like hot chances that I might lose. I like it all on the edge just like you. I like tall buildings sparkling off of them. I go hard with it no matter how dark. Come on, what's up, danger?
It's pretty fucking cool. Also, this fucking happened?
The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
What the fuck, GameSpot?
The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
What a gaggle of goddamn dorks. And bug snacks. And on the angle of backwards compatibility, because it is fucking important, not only for the preservation of some games, also there's a fuck ton of money to be made in backwards compatibility. The PlayStation Part 5 will be backwards compatible with the PS4 and that's it. Which is fine, the PS4 has a lot of really good games worth playing, but also so much more on the PS3 too and OG. What are you doing, Sony, you fucking goobers? Maybe they'll expand their backwards compatibility in the future. Who knows, a man baby can dream. Moving over to Microsoft and the Xbox Series. Again, two consoles. The Series X for $500. It's big, it looks like a mini fridge. And apparently the Series X looks so much like a fridge, they made it into one.
Please believe it when I tell you this, the Series X fridge by Xbox. Let's go.
It can apparently chuck fat clouds.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Then there's the less powerful brother, the Series S for $300. It also has less teraflops. I don't know what the fuck a teraflop is. Huh, I learn something new every day. The S is also much smaller. Highlights from this side's launch is the Falconer and RPG time. Along with that, we're also getting Game Pass, which in my dumbass opinion is probably one of the best deals in gaming right now. Plus a complete commitment to backwards compatibility with not only the Xbox One, the 360, but also the OG. However, I'm waiting to hop on the next gen. Wait a minute, it's current gen now.
Congratulations, you're a failure.
However, I'm waiting to hop on the current generation. Mainly because there's not a lot of games that interest me yet. New COD looks pretty good. Ubisoft's Holiday 2020 got me feeling.
This is so boring and forever taking.
So that's gonna be a hard pass. Yakuza looks cool. I've barely touched any of the other games, but I could see myself getting into Like a Dragon. And then there's Cyberpunk. Then there's fucking Cyberpunk. A game I very much want to be all.
A note like a broken electrical pole song. but a done, but a scum of the circuitry on the run.
Shut up and take my money.
But I just can't. Why? Well, there's a huge fucking elephant in the room and it's got delay written all over it. Cyberpunk has been delayed, and delayed, and delayed, and delayed. Then went gold, then got delayed again. With rumors circling about the game getting delayed into 2021, even though CD Projekt doubled down. Something they've already done before. But why delay the game if the game's already done? Well, Timmy, I'm gonna fucking answer the question if you just let me talk. God, I hate you, Timmy. Hating Timmy aside, the game got delayed until December because of all the ports CD Projekt is working on. Between PC, last gen, this gen, and also a fucking Stadia port. First of all, why are you doing a Stadia port? The Stadia flopped harder than the Soulja Boy console. And then there's Night City Wire, a show where CD Projekt mouthpieces trickle out little bits of information to the masses. Sometimes there's cool shit.
Yes.
Here's a crazy ass theory. What if they're delaying Cyberpunk just so they can keep making Night City Wires? No, I know what you're already thinking. But Ozlo, can't they make Night City Wires after the game comes out? Well, yeah, but that destroys my whole stupid theory.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Moving on. If Cyberpunk does get delayed and you want to play games that have Cyberpunk vibes, here's some recommendations. The Deus Ex games, any of them, except for The Fall and Invisible Warfare, and the original cut of Human Revolution. Other than that, those games are chef kisses. Robot chef kisses. Because it's cyberpunk and dystopian. You can never go wrong with System Shock 2. And then one that's coming soon is the Night Dive remake of the Blade Runner point and click. With these Kino cinematics.
Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Guzzo was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
That belongs in a museum.
Point I'm trying to make, video games are neat. Good news, Steve's in Smash, not Steve Urkel, Minecraft Steve. Along with the rest of his homies. Ender Guy, Zamboni, Alexander, Grand Bell, also a creeper skin, so the gang's all here. Now don't get me wrong, boys, Steve in Smash is pretty neato burritos. But you boys know who I'd put in Smash? Fuck it, actually here's my dream fighter pass. Ready, go. Number 1, Doom Guy, not the Slayer. Romero said his name is Doom Guy. Number 2, Egad, obvious choice. He can use the ghost sucking thing from Luigi's Mansion. He can beat the shit out of Olimar with it. Number 3, just give everyone what they fucking want. Put Waluigi in the game, you bastards. Do my boy right, not just for me, but for America. Now I know number 4 has a fighter's costume, but fuck that. Travis Touchdown deserves better. I know it would be another sword dude in Smash, but it's Travis motherfucking Touchdown.
So cool.
No More Heroes are dope games. Wait a minute, No More Heroes is on the Switch? Alright, we're cutting the episode short, boys. Going to play No More Heroes on the Switch. Last pick gets real fucking meta. We go with the guy himself, Sakurai. Or Reggie. My body would be ready for that. Microsoft owns Bethesda now.
Say what?
When did that happen? Microsoft actually bought Bethesda's parent company, ZeniMax, for $7.8 billion.
L-O-D-S-O-V-E-N-O-N-E. What's they spell? Loads of money. Probably.
So all those IPs and all those studios are now owned by Microsoft. And the newest Bethesda releases like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield will show up on Game Pass day 1. Hell, Doom Eternal, one of the best games of 2020, is already on Game Pass. Just go play Doom Eternal. It's so good. Now the dream shit I want to come out of this deal. You boys know how Doom's been getting loved by everybody, especially myself? What if Microsoft recreated that magic, but with Quake? Also, can we get a sequel to Prey 2017? That'd be great. And then there's the obvious one.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Now here's what I'm thinking, boys. Last gen, for Microsoft on the games front, wasn't so hot. Remember Scalebound?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
Reckoning that Microsoft bought all these studios, so there's always stuff constantly coming out. Not a lot of dead air on the calendar for the competition to fill. Know what I'm saying? End of the day, I really hope this lights a fire under Bethesda's ass. Or at least it may get harder to get away with some shenanigans. The recap's done. What else is going on in the digital Coney Island known as the video game industry? Another year, another N7 day. I can't wait to be underwhelmed by some BioWare new fag. Holy shit!
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Is that a remaster of the first 3 Mass Effect games?
You bet your sweet bippy.
Something that's been leaked time and time again, but we're still going to be excited about it because shut the fuck up, it's a remaster of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 with all the DLC. Hell yeah. Cross-gen and PC, can't go wrong with that, baby. Plus, there's a new Mass Effect game in development, made by a veteran team, so it's not going to look like fucking this.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead.
But that is all we know about it so far. I got a feeling this will be BioWare's main focus once the new Dragon Age comes out, if that doesn't kill the studio. I mentioned it in a previous episode, but I really think BioWare is on thin ice with EA, especially after Anthem. BioWare needs some W's, and there's nothing wrong with grabbing a couple easy W's, especially if one of those W's is a long-awaited remaster. Just don't fuck it up, BioWare. I got 2 recommendations for you boys. A roguelike double feature. Game numero uno, Spelunky 2. The 3rd game in a series of roguelike platformers with adventure. Also death. Lots of death. So what's new in part 2? For starters, a new dynamic liquid system, which is one part really neat and really frustrating when you're dealing with lava. Fuck lava. Bigger, more dense levels with a back layer for even more secrets to be hidden. Rideable mounts such as the Canadian combat turkey. All the new stuff you'd find in a sequel. Items, enemies, hazards, bosses, levels, NPCs, and gameplay tweaks. Old metas aren't gonna work here. Example, you're not gonna find pace in the early game. But at the end of the day, this is still Spelunky. You got your traps, you got your treasures, you got your death, lots of death, buttery smooth controls, fucking bats, shops with shopkeepers, do as you will.
Stop! You violated the law!
And pets, if you bring them to the end of the level, we'll give you an extra hit point. Too bad I'm not very good at that. I'm not really good at Spelunky in general, but that hasn't stopped me from putting over 20 hours into the game. Very keen-o, Derek. Thank you. Next game in the double feature, Hades. Hades is a roguelike RPG, and does things that Supergiant Games has already done before. Isometric combat, an amazing sense of presentation. And meaty gameplay with smooth controls. Now turn those elements up to 11, polish them to a mirror shine, and add a really good fucking story. That's Hades. In the story of Hades, you play as Prince Zagreus, aka Rad Zag, who's sick of his dad, aka the king of the underworld's bullshit, so he decides to kick rocks. Too bad kicking rocks requires escaping all of the underworld, and kicking his dad's ass.
Good luck with that.
The story is flanked on both sides by awesome characters, some Greek gods like my man Dionysus, heroes of legend, and characters full of mystery, like what the fuck is up with the boatman, you creepy weirdo. But big ups to the best character, the training dummy skeleton that hangs out in your courtyard.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
The biggest thing that really elevates the story is what happens when you die. Because guess what? You're gonna die.
How
A lot.
You suck, you jackass.
And whenever you do, you return to the House of Hades, and characters in the house will comment on your run, saying what you died from and laughing at you for it, giving you some sweet MLG tips, or you can just get laughed at by your dad and the bitch from Hercules. And even these little story threads from inside the house bleed into the runs themselves, with the various Greek gods and other characters commenting on the story and situations as well. It's really fucking cool that they found a way to contextualize everything, because of the Greek gods and shit. Death isn't the end of the world. Hades is also a roguelike with a curved progression, so you're constantly getting better. You're still gonna hit those brick walls, but you can really feel each run you're getting better. And then they have that shit play into the narrative. Chef kisses. If I had to bitch about anything, maybe a bit more enemy variety. Other than that, Hades is fucking Kino. It's up there with Doom Eternal for my game of the year. I highly recommend Hades. You can grab it on PC or the Switch. Oakley dokley boys, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much again for watching another one of my weird ass videos. Cyberbullying is always encouraged on my Twitter @BasedOzlo. More content coming soon. Be safe and make good choices.